They check their phones all the time.
The moment you seek security in your life, you will become compulsive. In reaction, if somebody is nice to you, you fall in love with them. If somebody is nasty to you, you hate them. If you try to beat compulsiveness with force, you will switch from one cycle to another cycle to another cycle.
This compulsiveness, this inability to let go of things that we know on some level we should be able to let go of. I know people that wash their hands hundreds of times a day or check their phone.
What's their profession?
What's their profession?
The most important thing to be done on the planet right now is to move people from compulsive behavior to a conscious behavior. If only they were conscious, well, a whole lot of these things will just vanish tomorrow morning. It's just that they're compulsive about everything. Their thoughts, their beliefs, their emotions, their ideologies are all compulsive. Because of this compulsiveness, they will do things that you cannot imagine human beings can do to each other.
So if I have the impulse to check my phone as you're saying that,
you're supposed to switch it off.
Yes, I'm the victim of compulsive behavior.
See, compulsiveness is a certain security. When human beings seek security, they will seek familiar terrain. When you seek familiar terrain, you want to go around on the same place, that's compulsiveness. The moment you seek security in your life, you will become compulsive. There's no other way. See, within a human being, there are two fundamental forces of nature working. One dimension of nature is instinct of self-preservation, which will always seek security. You want to build walls of security around yourself. The walls that you build for self-preservation, before you know what's happening to you, they become the walls of self-imprisonment. So, in search of security, people try to create certainty. Certainty is only possible in death. Life is never certain. The moment they seek certainty, without knowing why, their face becomes grave. That's a good word, you know. It's a pose for the grave. And you look at them, you think maybe tomorrow is damnation day or something, because their face speaks like it's world is going to end. When we talk about preservation or self-preservation, the only thing that needs to be preserved about any of you is your body. Because if you break it, you can't recreate it. So we must preserve this, it's important. But suppose today I trample on all your thoughts, your emotions, your ideas, your beliefs, your philosophies, everything, I break it right now. What's your problem? Next moment you can create a whole set of everything. But right now if I step on your thought or emotion, the pain that you go through is much more than when I step on your foot, isn't it? And that is because your identity has become so physical. You have turned your thoughts and emotions, everything like physical existence. Now, everything in you wants to build a wall. Not just physical self-preservation, you want to preserve your thought, you want to preserve your emotion, you could as well be in the grave, I'm saying. You'll be pretty well preserved. So let us understand the fundamentals of compulsiveness, where it comes from. See, everything that's physical in this universe, from a single atom to the cosmic nature of things, everything that's physical is naturally in cyclical motion. In atom, things going around. In the cosmos, it's going around, solar system is going around. Our own bodies are cycles. We are born out of the cycles of our mother's bodies. So, the moment you're identified with the physicality of who you are cyclical in nature. What is cyclical is compulsive. What is cyclical has taken a compulsive pattern. It has to do the same things again and again. You try as hard as you want, it will not go. You will give up one and hang on to another. I hope with a Jewish rabbi a joke is allowed.
A Jewish rabbi, actually, a joke is mandatory.
Yes,
so.
okay, that's good. This happened. It once happened that Shankaran Pillai was working in an office and his office colleague asked for a lift, a woman, a young woman. So he took her in the car and he was driving and suddenly he became like an octopus, that his limbs were all over her. So she pushed him away and said, "You fool, I thought you're a decent fellow. What are you trying to do?" He said, "I'm sorry, I gave up smoking." So, if you try to beat compulsiveness with force, you will switch from one cycle to another cycle to another cycle. Keeps happening. Fundamental thing is this, you are so strongly identified with your own physical nature, inevitably you will be cyclical, do whatever you want. So this is why what spiritual means is that your experience of life becomes… something within you becomes larger than your physicality. Physicality includes your thought and emotion.